Well, welcome. I just wanted to share some things with you. My name's Marc Owings with elevateHim Ministry, and I just read the coolest story, and there's some just neat tie-ins, and I love stories. And so let me set the picture for you. I don't have to read all of it, but so you've got some grandchildren that have played a joke and put some something that smell horrible on their grandfather's mustache. And let me just read you and this. When the grandfather awoke, he said to himself, "The bedroom stinks." So he got up and went into the living room. "Well, the living room stinks too," he said. Then he went into the kitchen. "Even the kitchen stinks." So in fact, he went through the entire house and he said, "This entire house stinks." Finally, the grandfather went outside to get away from the bothersome odor and to get some fresh air, only to discover he could not escape. You get my little dog back there. You could not escape this harsh odor that was bothering him. "My goodness," he said to the grandkids, "this entire world stinks." Man, you talk about having a lens or being tricked into something. We get tricked into things all the time just in our normal life, don't we? The enemy or a situation, I'm going to call a symptom or a fact, comes into our life and it just stinks. And let me tell you, it does stink. But we allow it to kind of get right here, except it's not right here on our nose. It's right here in our heart, and it gets right here in our mind. And all of a sudden it changes the way we see, it changes the way we smell. Oh my God, it changes because we start looking through life and at people through the odor in which we've encountered. How many of you have just encountered, maybe it was in 2020 or maybe it was recent, encountered something that just gave you a bad lens and you just can't snap out of the funk? I recently went through that, and I really had to come back to a lie I was believing in my life, and that's a long story, but it was just a little lie. But that little lie moved through me and changed my lens. But I also realized once I got in alignment with the Lord, I began to see and smell my life, my world differently. And maybe you're stuck right now. Maybe you can't get through there, you can't get the vision that you want, or you can't go after the dream, or you can't muster the feelings that you had of yesterday. Hey guys, maybe you just need to wash your face. Someone played a joke on you and it's not your grandkids. It's the enemy trying to convince you that the reality that you have is based upon your carnal mind. Listen, I don't want to listen to the symptoms nor the facts anymore. I want to listen to the truth of God and hold God's truth above. And sometimes, as my dear friend says all the time, faith declares truth and trust. Today, if you're smelling that odor in every room and the kitchen and your bedroom and your office and your wife or your husband or your children or everyone you work with, you have this feeling and this odor, maybe it's time to get a break and realize 2 Corinthians 1, 3-7 says something really important about the nature and character of God. It says this, that He is the Father of comfort and the God of compassion. Did you know God's compassionate about your situation right now and wants to encourage you? Go to Him, and I believe He'll encourage you. Sorry for the dogs in the background, just real life going on, but I thought this would encourage you today. God bless you, and thanks for joining me.